Hi, welcome to my channel, Organize with Joy. I'm Joy, and I want to help you get organized. In today's video, I want to share with you 12 things that you can do over the next 12 days before Christmas to get you organized and prepare for the Christmas season. Today is December 13th. So there's 12 more days before Christmas. The holiday season can often be a really busy season where there's a lot of extra responsibilities that can cause stress. But if you just organize your schedule and prepare in advance, then your holidays can run a little bit more smoothly. So let's get into the 12 things. The first thing to do is to create a holiday to-do list. This can be very overwhelming as you write down everything that needs to get done, but this is definitely an important step. There's just a lot of extra activities and extra things that need to get done during the holiday season. So write all of that down so that you know what things need to be accomplished. The second thing that you could do on the second day is to allocate all of those tasks to different days leading up to Christmas. So, you might still have to purchase presents or wrap them or send out your holiday cards, whatever it might be, or there may be parties that you were invited to. Plug those into your calendar and decide exactly when you're going to get the tasks done. If you have a concise plan, then it's a little bit less stressful. The third thing you can do on day 3 is to organize your family, to clean up and organize your family's drop zone. Pretty much every family has a drop zone, whether you've created that space or it just happens organically. It's that space where when your family walks in the door, where they just tend to drop their backpacks and shoes and coats and all of those things. So if you spend a little bit of time cleaning up that space, it will relieve some of the stress that is associated with this time of year. The fourth thing you can do on day 4 is to keep a list of inventory, and this would be all the gifts you've purchased and keeping track of how much money you've spent so that you can stay on budget for your holiday budget. But in addition to that, keep inventory of what you might need to do Christmas baking or attending a party if there's things you need to provide either for entertaining or to bring to a party. Keep inventory of all of that so that you know what you still need to purchase and what you've already purchased. The next several items that you can do over the next several days is allocated to decluttering things. And the first thing up is holiday decor. Probably by now you've already put out your holiday decor, you've put up your Christmas tree and put all the ornaments on. So assess what was left over. What did you not use this season? Typically, if you didn't use it this year, the chances of you using it in future years is pretty slim. So I always suggest to people that you can go ahead and purge those items that were left over. The sixth thing on day 6, you can purge from your pantry and your refrigerator and freezer. This is a really great time of year to do that because then you're able to kind of take inventory, like we spoke about earlier, of what you might need. I know a lot of people bake this time of year and sometimes you need items that you don't typically have on hand. But if you clean out the pantry and the refrigerator and freezer, you have a better idea of what you have available. The seventh thing you can do on day 7 is to declutter your kids' toys. And I always encourage people to include their children in this process. They need to learn the art of decluttering. You can remind them of the boundaries that you have for toys and that they will be getting new toys on Christmas morning, and so they need to make space for those new toys. And an idea is to maybe give each child a plastic bag or a box and have them fill it. And maybe even as a family, you could take those items to a women's shelter or a children's home so that the kids can see that they're giving. So not only are they learning to declutter, but in addition to that, they are also just learning that the season is really about giving. The 8th thing you can do on the 8th day is to declutter coats and blankets. And this time of year, at least for those of us who live in the northern hemisphere where it gets cold around the holidays, around Christmas time, it's a great time to assess what coats and blankets you're no longer using. And again, you could make this a family thing, have everyone join in, and then a great place to take these items would be a homeless shelter. I'm sure this time of year, especially when it's cold outside, they're in need of used coats and blankets. Last on the decluttering list is mugs. So number 9 or day 9, you can look at all your mugs and determine which ones are your favorites and which ones you can let go of. It's a great time of year to do that because a lot of us are enjoying hot drinks, and so we're using our mugs a lot, and we will know which mugs we're using and which mugs can go. The 10th thing that you can do on day 10 is to prioritize what is important to your family this season. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of opportunities. There's parties and there's family gatherings. There's just a lot going on, and even traditions that you might have with your own core family. But just evaluate what is important to your family, whether that's the traditions that you do have, or just rethinking things. Sometimes we have traditions that work really well and our kids enjoy them when they're very young, but then as they get older, it's just not as fun anymore. So maybe you can come up with new traditions that are more fun for them. Just be sure to do what works best for your family. It's okay this time of year to say no. We get invited to lots of holiday gatherings and Christmas exchanges and all the things. So just evaluate what's important and decide which things your family is going to do. The 11th thing you can do on day 11 would be to prepare for the arrival of guests. I know this doesn't apply to everyone, but a lot of us do have guests come into town this time of year. So make sure you get that guest room ready, or blow up your blow-up mattresses, wash the extra sheets and towels that you have available for your guests to use. You could even do something thoughtful for your guests, like prepare a basket with goodies, maybe things that they might have forgotten, like a toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoo, that sort of thing. You could also include water bottles and snacks and things that, just to make their stay more comfortable. Another nice thing to do for your guests would be to have a picture frame with the Wi-Fi network and password. That way they don't even have to ask you. It's just there, available for them, so they can connect to your Wi-Fi while they're staying at your home. The 12th thing that you can do on day 12 is to leave margin for rest. And this is very difficult to do this time of year, but if you do prepare in advance and organize your schedule, organize things, it makes it easier to have room for rest, whether that's just rest, spending time with your family, or just the everyday stuff that you usually do when it's not the holiday season that might get put on the back burner, like maybe exercise or reading a book or journaling. Just make sure you leave that room for rest. Well, I hope this inspired you to make a plan for your holiday season to alleviate some of that stress. The 12-day countdown to Christmas is on as of today. Well, thank you for watching my video today, and if you're interested, I actually wrote a blog post with all this information in it, and I'll leave the link to my blog or my website in the description box. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy this type of content, I hope you would consider subscribing to my channel. Wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Today is Friday. No. Oh my gosh, why is this so hard? Is to have your network, your internet network, oh my gosh, what's that called? And please like this video and, oh my gosh, and subscribe to my channel. Oh my gosh, okay.